As you've clicked this video, you're either thinking of starting electric guitar or buying one for someone else who's thinking of starting electric guitar, and you want to know, is this Hartwood guitar pack any good? Well, in this video, that's what we're going to find out. So this is the Hartwood Charger Origin Pack, and it's a big old box, and inside is everything you need to start playing electric guitar. And when I started playing electric guitar many, many years ago, I got something very, very similar to this. So on a personal level, I'm curious to know if things have improved or stayed the same, because my first guitar wasn't very good. So let's crack it open and first go through what you get for your money. Right, money-wise, this is going to set you back about 200 quid, which funnily enough is exactly what my pack cost many, many years ago. You get this little package here, which contains a guitar cable, an Allen key, and 3 guitar picks. We're off to a good start already because my first guitar pack only had 1 guitar pick, which I lost very quickly. Then, in this box is the amplifier. With this you get a little instruction booklet. You get 2 power cables. Okay, cool. You get one for the UK and one for Europe. Although on the box, there's also an option for 110 volts and Switzerland. So maybe this is what I've got. Maybe you get something different if you live in a place that isn't Europe or the UK. The amp is a really cool green color. I thought it was black on the pictures. So there's the amp, and it's pretty lightweight. Power goes in the back, and we'll take a closer look at that in a moment once I've got the guitar unpacked. And then there's the guitar in the included gig bag. The gig bag itself is fairly decent for this price point. There's a little bit of padding in it. There are 2 backpack straps, so you can wear it on your back. And there's a handle just there. I mean, it's not the best case in the world, but it's certainly better than not having one. I didn't have one when I got started, and I had to take it in a little carrier bag. Nothing in there, but you do get a pack. That might fit in a piece of A4 paper. Let me have a look. This is important because all my sheets when I started learning were A4, and that fits in there. But it fits in there. Right, the exciting part. Let's crack this open, if I can find the zip, and have a look at the guitar itself. There it is. I've got the one in vintage white, but it's also available in black and lagoon blue. Let's do a headstock reveal. It's a matching headstock. And I am terrible at taking guitars out of these bags because I don't like the sound. I'll do my best. There is the charger. Right, first impressions. It is what's called an offset guitar. So this bit up here is a little bit offset to the bit down there. We've got a volume control and a tone control, which are push-pull. I'll explain that in a bit. We've got a 3-way switch here to switch the pickups. We've got 6 strings that are all connected and 6 tuners up here. It is a bolt-on neck construction. There are 4 bolts just here connecting the neck to the body. And we have access ports here for the electronics inside. And the output jack is just there. If you already play guitar, you might already know some of the things I'm going to talk about in this video, and you're advising someone else. So please bear with me while I explain for the people that don't play electric guitar. One of the most important things about picking up your first electric guitar is, does it inspire you to play? And that is a whole umbrella of other questions underneath it. But if the guitar itself, the look of the guitar doesn't inspire you, then you're probably not going to pick it up. So make sure if you're buying for someone else, they like this look of the guitar. Or if you're buying for yourself, make sure you enjoy it. It is a little bit more unique compared to, say, a Fender Strat or a Gibson Les Paul or copies of those models, which are the most popular models. And what I like about this is that it's different. It's going to make you stand out a little bit. And I like the vintage white. Although second choice would probably be the blue one. So first impressions of the playability. Is it in tune? No. And most guitars won't be when you play it out of a box. So if you don't play guitar already, try and find someone that does play guitar to help you tune it. Or better still, learn how to do it yourself at some point. What this guitar pack doesn't come with is a tuner. There's no tuner included. There is a strap included, but I've just moved studio, and somehow in the move, the strap has gone missing, because I did open the box to make sure everything was in there when I received the package. The strap has gone missing. I'm very, very sorry. I will put this on a strap in a little bit of what I think is equal quality. So I'm going to tune this up with one of my favorite tuners. And first thing I do is stretch the strings just a little bit, just to make sure that tuning stays in. Be very careful with the thinner strings. There we go. Now I'm going to tune it. I am going to use the included cable as well, but I will point out that this is a get you going cable. And I used my amp pack cable for many months when I started, and then it cut out on stage at school. That was a bad time. So the tuning experience was pretty solid. These are budget tuners. The whole thing is budget, but everything did what it should have done. You sometimes get sounds from the guitars like a little ping or a ting where a guitar string is moving somewhere and it gets stuck and then moves. That can happen particularly here on what's called the bridge or here at the nut. That did not happen today for me. The strings themselves, again, they're on the guitar. If I was serious about playing guitar, I would buy an extra pack of quality strings to go with the guitar, as well as a new cable. So this will get you going, this pack. If you want to continue learning guitar, new strings, new cable is always a good idea. Playability so far is, as it should be out of the box, good. But I don't think anyone starts electric guitar to sit there playing it without having plugged it into an amp. So now that we've covered some of the guitar, let's get onto the amp. So this is the GA15R. 15 will be for the amount of watts it is, which in this case is how loud the amp is going to be. And the R stands for reverb. And that means that you've got an effect called reverb built into the amp, which means your guitar will sound like it's in a space. We've also got these two mini jacks, aux and phone, which genuinely confused me at first. The aux is an auxiliary in, so you can plug in your phone or an MP3 player or some sort of audio signal with a stereo cable in there, and it will come out of this speaker. So you can use this as a music player and play along with it if you wish. The phone, it stands for headphones. So you can plug headphones in there and have silent practice, but it will still sound like an electric guitar. Right, I'm going to get an amp stand. We're going to plug this in and hear what it sounds like. Let's turn it on for the first time. I've put a microphone in front of it just here on a stand. You don't need that. This is just for me recording it, so you can hear it with some quality. I will tune the guitar one more time if it needs it, and then plug it in. I'm genuinely excited. Okay, here we go. Bit of a tip, always plug the guitar in first, then the amp. With the volume turned down, he says. Right, I'm going to set the treble, the middle, the bass to halfway point, and then the gain and the volume to halfway point. Let's see what that gets us. It sounds like a small amp to me. What I haven't done is I haven't taken these plastic covers off the pickups, and that's a very satisfying thing to do. I don't know if it affects the sound, but we should do it anyway because they're nice and shiny. You should do it if you buy this guitar. There we go. Now it's nice and shiny. Look at that. Now I'm on this neck pickup at the moment. If I switch that switch all the way down, it's going to take me to the bridge pickup, and that sounds like this. You can also put it in the middle. Then back to the neck. Now, because this is a guitar amp pack, I'm not expecting huge things from this amp, but it works, and that's sort of bedroom volume on a clean. If I flip this switch here to drive, we're going to get an overdrive, I hope. That's a lot of fun. I don't think that is a great tone in any way. It's also a little bit quieter than the clean sound, or it feels it. However, it does what it should. It distorts. I'm gonna push the volume up a little bit, see if I can get something a bit nicer. Maybe drop the treble, up the bass a little bit, or a lot. I'm noodling more than I normally do. These picks are quite thin. That's going to be quite good for a beginner because there's not much resistance. I'm used to using a little bit of a thicker pick. So I am going to switch to my regular pick for a little while. That's a bit thicker. And you'll find that picks are a very personal choice. This one is my current favorite. And let's actually add some reverb before I continue. See what that sounds like. And the neck pickup, which is this one. It works. It has reverb, which is a very short reverb. It's almost like a little delay echo, like what's called a slapback. Well, here it is with the reverb, and here it is without. It's definitely better than my first amp. My first amp was a little Squier thing, and it only had a tone control, I think. It didn't have bass, middle, and treble, so that's a big bonus for this one. And I played gigs with that Squier thing. Gigs. School shows. Let's try the reverb with the clean. Okay, the guitar is pretty darn good. The bridge pickup is for sounds that you want a bit more treble, a bit more what we call bite, a bit more aggression. And the neck pickup generally is a bit what we would call smoother. And you can then smoothen that sound out more by turning that knob that way, which takes off some of the treble frequencies. And then this knob here is the volume. So all the way off, it's not going to do anything. The amp's sort of farting a little bit there. I'm going to turn the gain down considerably and the volume up. So I'm going to try and get a really clean sound out of it. Now we're getting quite in depth here, but the reviews I normally do go quite in depth, but I'm aware that you might not know much about guitars. So forgive me if I go too deep, but there are other sounds available in this guitar. And to access these different sounds, all you have to do is to pull that knob out, like that. Can you see it popped up? And this has now turned these humbuckers into a different sound. It's halved the number of coils in there. So what you get is, again, a cleaner, thinner sound. And one of the most fun things about playing electric guitar is messing around with all these options you have available to you and finding new sounds to your ear and possibly even new sounds to everybody's ear. Yeah. Let's drive that and put it on single coils just to hear if I can sound a little bit more like a Stratocaster. And let's change to the neck pickup as well. So that is the Charger Origins amp and guitar pack. It's a pretty good alternative to some of the more well-known brands out there. The amp isn't fantastic, but it does what it needs to do. The guitar will last through more than just a beginner phase. This is a beginner to intermediate guitar. It is far better than what I started on, and I'm still here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or any questions, put them down in the comments section and I will do my very best to help you out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.